Stranger Things is full of funny moments.
How was the pullout?
From Dustin and Susie's awkward duet while Hawking's burning down, to Erica being an absolute menace.
Love your country.
You can't spell America without Erica.
I'll be going over every hilarious moment in Stranger Things. Murray Bauman's chaotic genius. Okay, so Murray is literally the guy who says the worst possible thing at the worst possible time, and somehow it's always hilarious. Like, this man has zero filter. Remember when he asked Jonathan how was the pullout?
So, Jonathan, how was the pullout?
I died, and the secondhand embarrassment was real, but also I couldn't stop laughing. This guy is such a mess, but like a lovable mess. He's always drinking, speaks fluent Russian for some reason, and lives in this crazy bunker covered in conspiracy theories. But here's the thing, he's actually really smart and usually right about everything, which is kind of scary when you think about it. There's this one scene that just broke me. Murray's watching Alexi at the carnival, and the guy is so happy winning games and eating corn dog. He's smiling like a little kid, and you can tell Murray actually cares about him. Then boom, Alexi gets shot. Murray's sad for like 2 seconds, then he's back to yelling in Russian and being his chaotic self. It's dark, but somehow still funny, because that's just how Murray deals with stuff. What I love about him is that he's basically that one relative we all have, you know, the one who knows way too much about government secrets and always says the wrong thing at family dinners. He's paranoid about everything, but he's also the guy who pushes Nancy and Jonathan together because he can read people really well. Like, how does this conspiracy theorist hermit have better relationship advice than anyone else? Murray's also the perfect bridge between the adult drama and the kid's story. He can hang with Joyce and Hopper doing serious spy stuff, but he also fits right in with the teenagers. He never talks down to them, probably because he's basically a big kid himself. Steve Harrington's accidental mom era. Steve went from being the typical 80s movie villain to giving middle schoolers hair care advice and wielding a nail bat like a protective soccer mom. And the transformation is absolutely hilarious. What makes it even better is that Steve has no idea how funny he is. He's just trying to help, but he ends up being the most unintentionally and entertaining character on the show. And the transformation is absolutely hilarious. Remember when Steve seriously tells Dustin his hair secret?
It's Fabergé Organics. Use the shampoo and the conditioner, and when your hair's damp...
Fabergé Organics shampoo, and when your hair's damp, 4 puffs of the Farrah Fawcett spray? He's completely serious about this.
You tell anyone I just told you that? And your
Like dead serious. Dustin hangs on every word like it's life-changing advice, and honestly, for a kid with no dad around, maybe it is. Then there's Robin's tally board of Steve's failed flirt attempts at Scoops Ahoy.
Who do you work for?
Scoops. Scoops ahoy.
She's literally keeping score of how badly he crashes and burns with customers. And let's not forget Steve waking up after getting knocked out by Billy, looking at Mike and confusedly muttering, Nancy? Mike's face is everything. Pure, what the hell's wrong with this guy? Energy. Poor kid probably thought Steve had brain damage. But the best part is how Dustin never lets him forget it. By season 3, Dustin constantly teases Steve about that being the babysitter again, and Steve just accepts it. He doesn't fight it anymore. He's given up. He's the one chasing kids around, swinging that nail bat, giving unwanted advice about everything from hair to girls to fighting monsters, and somehow it all works. The humor comes from how naturally Steve slides into this role and how much the kids both rely on him and roast him for it. He's like that cool older brother who tries too hard but genuinely cares. The kids know he's got their backs, but they also know he's kind of a disaster, so they feel comfortable making fun of him. It's this perfect balance where Steve gets to be the hero and the comic relief at the same time. Plus, watching a former jock become a monster fighting soccer mom is just peak character development. But Steve isn't the only one dropping unexpected one-liners. Argal's Zen chaos. Argal somehow makes a cross-country rescue mission feel like a laid-back pizza delivery, and it's exactly the energy the show needed. His priorities are completely wrong in the best way possible. While everyone else is losing their minds about the world ending, Argal's biggest concern is whether they have enough cheese for the pizza. It's like he's living in a completely different reality, where the most important thing is getting the perfect crust-to-sauce ratio. His priorities are completely wrong in the best way possible. While everyone's stressing about tracking government vans and hacking Nina Project facilities, Argal's in the background making dough, asking about oregano and trying to convince people that pineapple pizza is actually good with his catchphrase,
Dude, this is pineapple.
Try before you deny.
try before you deny. His stoner logic includes gems like, what if Nina is just a small woman? Like he genuinely thinks they're looking for some lady named Nina instead of a top secret government project. Then there's Will's frustrated response. How is he still high? which perfectly captures how everyone feels about Argal's constant state of being completely baked. The guy treats every crisis like it's a minor inconvenience that's interrupting his pizza-making flow. When they're planning to break into a heavily guarded facility, Argal's asking if anyone wants extra pepperoni. When they're hiding from government agents, he's wondering if they should add more seasoning to the sauce. It's like he's stuck in permanent chill mode while everyone else is in panic mode. The contrast is what makes it work. Argal works because he's the calm in the storm. Everyone else is having life or death panic attacks, and he's just vibing. His stoner wisdom somehow helps the group stay grounded while they're literally saving the world. When Jonathan's freaking out about Eleven being captured, Argal's there with some random philosophical observation about pizza that somehow makes sense. When the group is arguing about their next move, Argal suggests they take a break and eat something because you can't think straight on an empty stomach, bro. And the crazy thing is, he's usually right. The group does need to eat. They do need to calm down. They do need someone to remind them that freaking out won't solve anything. It's absurd, but that's exactly why it's funny. Sometimes you need someone to remind you that pizza toppings matter even during the apocalypse. He's like that one friend who's always high but gives surprisingly good life advice. The dude's so chill that he makes everyone else realize they're being way too intense about everything. But the real comedy comes from the random, unexpected moments. Erica Sinclair's savage takedowns. Erica started as Lucas's annoying little sister and evolved into the most quotable character in the entire show, and her roasts are absolutely ruthless. What's crazy is that she's only 10 years old but has the confidence of someone who's been running the world for decades. She doesn't just deliver one-liners, she delivers full-on character assassinations with surgical precision, and her roasts are absolutely ruthless. Can't spell America without Erica.
You can't spell America without Erica.
Need I say more? But that's just the tip of the iceberg. She's got gems like child endangerment screamed at the top of her lungs when things get dangerous. She calls Murray Bowman a bald bastard when he underestimates her.
I'm 10, you bald bastard.
Erica!
And the way she says it is so matter-of-fact that Murray just stands there stunned. She demands free ice cream while infiltrating Russian bunkers like she's negotiating a business deal. When the adults try to explain why she can't have samples, she goes full lawyer mode and starts listing her rights. She's sharp, sassy, and 100% confident even when surrounded by chaos. The girl literally crawls through air vents to save Hawkins and still finds time to complain about the working conditions. She treats life or death situations like minor inconveniences that are getting in the way of her ice cream time. What makes her so funny is the contrast. Here's a 10-year-old girl delivering better insults than most adults while casually saving the world. She roasts everyone. Kids, teens, adults, sort of with equal precision. Age doesn't matter to Erica. Status doesn't matter. If you're being stupid, she's going to tell you about it. The best part is how she never breaks character. Most kids would be scared, at least intimidated in these situations, but Erica treats everything like it's beneath her. She's crawling through Russian facilities acting like she's doing everyone a favor by being there. When Dustin and Steve are freaking out about the mission, she's rolling her eyes like they're the children. She has this way of making grown adults feel like they need to apologize to her. The writers originally planned her as a minor character, but fans loved her so much she became a series regular in season 4. Every second of screen time was earned through pure savage energy. She's basically what every middle schooler wishes they could be, completely fearless and armed with the perfect comeback for every situation. And speaking of unexpected scene stealers, we can't forget about our favorite, the never-ending story, Duet That Stopped a War. In the middle of season 3's final battle, Dustin and Susie literally stop everything for a musical number.
Reach the stars, fly a fantasy.
And somehow it works perfectly. This isn't just random comedy. It's a masterclass in tension release that only Stranger Things could pull off. But here's why this moment is a comedy genius. Picture this. The Mind Flayer is attacking Starcourt Mall. Lives are hanging in the balance, and our heroes need Planck's constant to access the Russian control panel. The fate of Hawkins depends on this one piece of information. Dustin calls his girlfriend Susie for help, but she won't give him the number unless they sing the entire never-ending story theme song together over walkie-talkie while everyone listens in the middle of a literal apocalypse. For what feels like an eternity, everyone just has to sit there and listen to this awkward teenage romance moment while monsters are trying to kill them. The reactions alone make this scene legendary. What makes this so funny isn't just the absurd timing, it's watching everyone's faces as they realize what's happening. Cooper pauses mid-mission, looking like he's questioning every life choice that led to this moment. Erica rolls her eyes so hard they might fall out, muttering something about how ridiculous these older kids are. Joyce tries not to laugh during what should be the most intense moment of the season. Murray looks like he's about to have an aneurysm. Even the Russians probably stopped fighting just to figure out what the hell they're listening to. The brilliance is that it's simultaneously the worst and best possible timing. It's peak Stranger Things, because it takes something that should be cringe and makes it oddly heartwarming. The show managed to make you forget about the world-ending threat for 3 minutes, because 2 teenagers are being adorably awkward. That's the kind of tonal whiplash that shouldn't work, but absolutely does. Speaking of unexpected character development, let's talk about our favorite reform jock. More Reddit-approved comedy gold. While writing the script, I also found some funny moments that people were talking about on Reddit, and honestly, they're right. These scenes are comedy gold. Reddit fans have spotted even more hilarious moments that prove Stranger Things comedy hits different when you're not expecting it. These are the moments that don't get talked about as much, but are just as funny as the big ones everyone remembers. Let's talk about some of the most underrated gems. Steve waking up after getting knocked out by Billy, looking at Mike and confusedly muttering, "Nancy?"
Nancy?
Mike's face says everything. You can literally see him thinking, what is wrong with this guy? Or Dustin wedged in an air vent yelling, touch my butt, I don't care, as Steve and Erica try to help him through. The desperation in his voice is just perfect. Then there's Robin's tally board of Steve's failed flirt attempts at Scoops Ahoy. She's literally keeping score of how badly he crashes and burns with every customer. And Hopper drunkenly stumbling out of the restaurant after being stood up by Joyce, grumbling and making a scene like the sad small town cop he is. But there's also Joyce bursting into the bathroom and Will just saying,
Peeing?
in the most deadpan way possible. Or Max grabbing those binoculars from Lucas to check out Steve and just staring at his chest hair. The girl knows what she wants. Even Eddie poking Steve with an oar for way too long until Steve finally snaps is this weird, awkward comedy that shouldn't work, but totally does. But the real comedy comes from the random one-liners. These moments work because they're so unexpected and human. Steve's confusion is relatable. We've all woken up disoriented and said the wrong person's name. Dustin's desperation is pure comedy gold because of how serious he is about it. Like, the kid is genuinely stuck and doesn't care about his dignity anymore. He just wants out. Robin keeping track of Steve's failures is the kind of petty friendship humor that feels real. That's exactly what a bored coworker would do. And Hopper's drunken exit is funny because it's exactly what a frustrated small-town cop would do after getting his heartbroken. These aren't big scripted comedy moments. They're just real human reactions to weird situations. Joyce and Will's bathroom moment is on pure family awkwardness. Max checking out Steve is teenage hormones in action. Eddie's oar poking is that weird thing guys do when they're bored and trying to annoy each other. The show doesn't force these moments. They just happen naturally, which is why they hit so hard. What is your favorite funny moment in Stranger Things? Let me know in the comments below.